we've been really busy.
Yeah.
This is where you go.
We have been so busy. First, we added a lot of animals to our homestead. We have new chickens.
Yes.
They are sapphire
olive
eggers. Yes.
Yeah, sapphire olive eggers.
This time we learned from the past. We put them in the basement as they were growing out, but now they're in our garage, so we just transferred them outside a couple weeks ago.
We've also had a whole bunch of rabbits being born. So we had 2 batches of rabbits that were born. The first was a first-time mama, and unfortunately we lost a couple from that litter. But I think that's natural and that happens. And the second was from our favorite mama rabbit. She birthed...
Morning.
9. She birthed 9 rabbits.
Next, our garden has required a lot more upkeep this year. We've had so much water, so much rain, and actually the second wettest May in recorded history in our area. So a lot to do.
It was wild. Our soil was waterlogged for most of the month, which led to seed rot. The soil was compacted. We had to replant twice. We had stunted growth issues. So it's only until now, in the beginning of July, where the garden is kind of like finally up and running. We've already harvested strawberries, which is what this video is about, but it's just nice that finally it seems like the climate and the weather is cooperating. But yeah, that leads us to the strawberries. We have a lot of birds in our area despite being on the back of a hay field. And so Andrea came up with this good idea to use our deer netting over the berries to protect them from the birds.
Yeah, first we noticed how soon they were coming in, and we lost a couple to birds. That was the reminder, ooh, the netting should be on.
It's funny, you can see me like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we each had our row or two to go through, but we found it easier just to chuck the bad ones. You can't leave them on the plant. You want all the energy going to hopefully new growth, so we just chuck them and throw them in for the birds to actually eat if they want what's left. And you'll see how methodical Blaze and I go through the strawberries. You really have to look in between, under the leaves, look everywhere. Girls are working on that, but they kind of zip through the quick, easy ones, and then Blaze and I go back through and make sure we don't miss any strawberries. And ours are very dense. We could...
Our lines are too thick.
Yeah, we could thin them out, but they still work for us. One thing that I think helped this year with our bugs, we didn't have as many pests until the very end with the hot, wet switch back and forth, but we did notice without spraying, we do a lot of preventative pest control, so we picked off like slug eggs, those foam, and that I think really helped. I didn't see any slugs after we went through and chucked any eggs that we found.
If we could get the girls to stay focused and concentrate on picking the strawberries, we'd be out of there in like, I'm gonna say half an hour.
Yeah.
But it's fun because they have their conversations and
Show each other their favorite ones and the shapes that they make. We had some big ones.
we did. We had some big ones.
poppers. Oh, maybe baby's gonna chuck it.
Yeah.
Just winding up.
And so now they will have a competition of how far you can throw the strawberry instead of.
Oh, watch this. Oh, yeah. Wow.
Got some.
Harder than I expected.
That's all right.
Yeah.
That makes it fun.
And then this is kind of like where we keep the nightly harvest.
For about, was it a whole week? We did this every night, like we got that much every night.
It was at least a solid week where it was a crisper drawer full every single night. And then after we had the crisper drawer washed in the salad spinner, you just salad spinner after salad spinner of washing strawberries. This was kind of like the quiet time. This is after the girls went to bed. Either Andrew or I or both of us, whenever we were done with our other chores, would come down and help cutting strawberries. And a crisper drawer full of strawberries would probably take, I don't know, an hour of processing. Was it less than an hour?
The cutting takes a while because you would still check. We couldn't always guarantee we all picked the exact
Yeah, the
healthiest
quality.
This is when we quality controlled the picking.
Yeah.
So it took a little while.
An hour of picking, an hour of cutting, So in strawberry peak harvest season, what, 2 hours?
Yeah, a night.
2 hours a night?
Then we get at least 4 trays depending.
Yeah, what we're doing is we're setting them up for their flash freezing. And so after the girls went to bed and we would cut all of the strawberries, we flash freeze them. We individually flash freeze them so that they don't clump together.
We used to, with some of our berries, just freeze them unwashed.
Yeah.
And then we found that did not keep well for the next year. So this extra time is going to be worth it because then we can use them better
Yeah, especially with the raspberries.
when we unthaw them.
Yeah, we would do the whole triple wash thing in the salad spinner. And then, you eat them right out of the freezer, which is kind of cool. So we're just spreading them out on the trays so they freeze quicker or freeze
More evenly.
more evenly. And then we just take the trays and drop them in our freezer. And the timing of it was not very... I would fall asleep on the couch.
We eventually got it all done.
Yeah, I would fall asleep
so
on
these
the
are
couch and then Andrea would
These are
put
all
them
the
into
bags of
these
strawberries
sandwich baggies.
that we picked, cleaned, cut, and froze for this summer. We said we don't have any more room in our freezer for just strawberries, and the rest will either can or dehydrate. But I'm hoping that we got 40 pounds here. 40 pounds of strawberries. I don't know. Okay. So I'm gonna do the same thing here. Where, can you see the scale? Can you come over to the scale? Sweet. So here's my weight. This is me. Got it?
Yeah.
Alright, so I was 204.2. So we need 244.2 or higher. 244.2, buddy. 244.2. Alright. And then I'll sort of try and hold them closer to my center of mass. Come on over, Andrew.
Oh, goodness.
Alright, 244.2. Oh, we definitely got more than that. Alright.
So that's the end of our strawberry season for 2025, and overall, I couldn't be more happier with our results. We're using heirloom strawberries.
I think it was our best year yet.
Yeah.
Low pest, high yield.
Yeah. It's really cool that they came from Andrea's mem. Every year there's new runners that we get to plant.
I always enjoy how this starts off our garden harvest. It's our first big crop of the season, and it really sets the tone for the rest of the summer.
Yeah, that's cool. And now we have strawberries for whatever. Okay, we got strawberries in a cake, bam. Strawberries in a pie, okay. Strawberries in your oatmeal, great. Strawberries in your cereal, okay. Strawberry chicken, strawberry, I don't know, beef, deer, okay. Like, what are we? Rabbits and strawberries together. I don't know, but the need for strawberry is satisfied for the year, I think, which is kind of cool. Thanks for watching this video.
Please like, comment, and subscribe, but most of all,
We hope you enjoyed watching this video, and we'll keep stopping by
where we'll build
Whoa, and adventure.
together at